Asè'Underground, and I just want to hype you guys up, okay? So let's see what we get. Let me hype you up. Okay, someone could be a Cancer here, all right? What deck are we going to use next? Aha. Here we go. All right. Hype you up. Spirit, give me the life force rejuvenation and show me the paradigm shifts where I can hype them up. You go out and you get it, pile one, okay? You're not afraid to just go out there and experience things and taste new things, explore new places. Like, your faith is high. I feel like your spirit guides are so proud of that you have, you know, that your faith is so big, okay? Because, I mean, for the full card, you have to have faith, right? Let's get some frankincense going here. Speaking of faith, okay. Full card is all about faith. Because who's catching him? The divine, yeah? Okay, a couple, wow, okay. Slow and steady. Your savings. You are on the way to financial freedom here. Oh my goodness, and you have the power to do so. Whoa. And you know what's so cool here? Oh my God, King of Wands? Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, yeah, let's hype you guys up. This is all I need right here. Okay? Look. I heard meticulous, detailed, oriented, understanding of the task at hand here with this Knight of Pentacles. Oh, I did this when I was selling knives. Let's do one card at a time. No. Some of y'all know what to look at. Look. Meticulous. Not you're probably not scatterbrained like I am. You're probably a lot more like organized, and this goes here and this goes there. You have your savings account or your investments, and you could even have a retirement account going right now. Okay, I know that's right. If you don't, then you've been thinking about it. Okay, that's fine too. It's gonna happen. And I just see somebody putting coins into their account. Okay. Small coins, big coins, little coins, blue coins, red coins. It doesn't matter, right? Now I just saw like, not francs, the euro. Like I just saw the euro and the dollars and the coins. And now I'm thinking of yen, you know, for people who deal with like multiple, not frequencies, multiple currencies. This Three of Wands here. Now, I have on my channel, you can look at my shorts, the story about the goats and the hyena, right? And how it, this pen always bugs me, guys. Hold up. How, you know, it takes courage to go out here with the hyena. So there could be, like, bullies or people that don't really F with you like that. Or, you know... I'm thinking about my friend again, who, you know, he's black or Caribbean. I want to say melanated. He's melanated, and he has to take care of patients that are, you know, KKK members. I just saw 444 on the clock. It's something like that, and you have to go in there and still do your job, or still, you know, get things done. Still move forward despite people trying to eat you alive. Some of these people, okay? You know, the hyenas want the goat, but that's the thing, you the goat. The goat in this particular folktale outsmarts the hyenas, right? So you're witty, you're I don't even want to just say smart. I would say crafty, strategic, based off the folktale, okay? Then we have Nat Love in the background. I don't know if you ever watched The Harder We Fall, right? Idris Elba is in that, and I can't remember Megan Good's new husband's name. I don't know why I can't remember his name, but because he was like the main, I think he might have been Nat Love in that movie, but one of the first black cowboys, one of the first famous black cowboys, let's say that, right? So you could even be going into a field as like the first in your community, or you could just be very unique, very outgoing compared to other people around you. Okay, you could definitely be, I heard black sheep, someone who just doesn't fit in all the time. But look, with the magician card here, the magician, man, the magician has lightning, fire, water, ether, air. And the magician knows how to use all these elements to, I'm hearing, do his bidding, okay? To make things manifest, make things come to life. And you're rooted in this. So the foundation has been set, especially with the King of Wands here. Your passion is on fire. Your solar plexus cannot be stopped. And what is so dope, I say this all the time with the King of Wands especially, is that when you go out and you work and you put your best foot forward, which you are doing here because it's in the energy, there's no way you have King of Wands and the Magician card here, okay, and you're not putting in the work. He is the only king that's not on his throne, right? Yes. So when you're doing what you do, just doing what you do, you don't have to tell anybody anything, and it inspires people to work. It motivates people. It gives them that solar plexus charge. So you're very, very important, Power One. What you do is very, very important, because, okay, maybe the hyenas are trying to eat you alive, but what happened with the goat? He got back to the goat kingdom and he got on his throne as the new goat king, okay? Because he was able to outsmart all the hyenas. So he saved his tribe, right? So these people might not be your tribe, but you have your own tribe, your own people to look after, to inspire, to motivate. You have your own purpose to walk in, and it's not going to get taken away from you, okay? They thought. Okay. And on top of that, look at the 1, 2, 3 Pentacle cards. In the meantime, Power One, you're saving, you're building a foundation, you're putting in for investments. I just heard that some of y'all are researching different ways and different things to do to expand your money, right? Because this is access to your freedom. I don't want to get too like intense here, but like one day we do, we want to be good for our retirement, right? So you are someone that has a full picture view. And now I want to get back to the full card. Your full picture thinking, your A to Z planning, okay? Or vision. Sometimes it just takes a vision. It's more than a spark. You're creating like this. I'm seeing the type of fire that it's like going in a line, like, and unstoppable. And once it gets to its destination, it'll blow up a car or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, that's what I saw in my mind's eye. So you are not to be messed with. Okay, so there's some earth signs here, right? Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, but there's also fire signs here. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and then the Magician, Mercury, Gemini. Okay, so this could be very hidden with the Moon card here. Maybe people don't see like the goal. right? Or why are you so passionate? But that's not a reading about this. This is what it is. And this is why you the shit, Power One. Like, what can we do? Ain't nothing. It is what it is. Okay, so maybe it's hidden from people, but it's none of their business anyway. All right. This fire that you have inside of you, this leadership ability that you have, this mystical and magical ability that you have, your passion is at expertise level, and your money is, yeah, if not already, soon to follow. All right. So I hope that gave you the life force rejuvenation and paradigm shift that you needed for your journey. I'm honored to be on this journey with you all, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Don't forget, if you really like this reading, to like it, okay? Subscribe if you're fucking with your girl, okay? And I'll see you guys next time, all right? Peace. Peace, pal, too. This is Ashay. Welcome to Asè'Underground. You guys really got into watch the roses turn into potpourri. That's wild. But that's so cool, too. Okay. So let me hype you up, okay? Okay, interesting little gourd. Wow. Ooh. Now, you know, with the Page of Cups, sometimes people be like, oh, a baby shower. Oh, somebody... I would think more Ace of Cups, somebody being like maybe pregnant, or Empress card. Maybe it was like an Ace of Cups with Empress card, but like this is one of those emotional, it's not just emotional, it's creative. It's somebody that, it's like someone who, yeah, wow. I just heard naturally tapped in. Naturally tapped in. You could be a water sign here or have some really cool water sign placements, okay? So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, okay? And you could just have some bomb creative ideas. Be really in touch with your inner child, what your inner child wants to create, which is absolutely amazing, because when you really put in the shadow work and do the inner child healing, it gives you I call it an Ace of Cups. But we have little gourd here, right, to represent you as more of the character, the person in this particular story. Okay, and for me, it would, man, it's just like, man, if everything goes to, hell or whatever, then at least I have my drawings, at least I have my voice, at least at least you have your creativity. So yes, your guys want to hype you up on this, and even though, say you feel like a page, or sometimes you feel like a page, or sometimes you feel like imposter syndrome, or whatever it is, your guys want you to know how important it is to just have it. There are people out there who wish they just had it, right? They just had some type of hobby or something, to lean on when they go through a breakup, when they go through a hard time, when they lose their job, whatever it is, right? And you have it. You have poetry. You have something outside of this matrix, okay? Whether you feel like it's not fully developed, or it's not professional, or it's not, it doesn't matter. It could even be kids right now, okay? It could even be your newborn baby, right? Because especially like a Page of Cups, kids will definitely come into play with that card as well. So, maybe you're feeling the postpartum depression. I don't know. I wouldn't wish that on anyone, by the way. And there's some people who wish they would even knew what it was like to understand what postpartum depression is, or what postpartum is. There's some people, they just wish they had the experience. So it doesn't make the depression better, right? But especially depending on your circumstances. But it is I asked for a paradigm shift, and this is what your spirit guides gave me, right? Oh. Yeah, okay, guys. So let's see what else Spirit guides want you to know about why you are so dope. Why you so, like, what's hype about you, you know? Okay. So, Virgo energy on the board with the Hermit card in reverse. I saw someone who is like able to explain like their hermit ways, if that makes sense. Wait, I think I hear the door again. Okay, cool. I'm tripping. Wow, that's weird that I even wanted to. Okay. I'm hearing I'm Coming Out by Diana Ross. Oh my gosh. Look, happy Pride Month, because I'm filming this on is it the 1st or the 2nd of June? Okay. And to all my Caribbean Americans out there, happy Caribbean American Month. Okay. So, yeah, I'm hearing I'm coming out. Are you coming out the broom closet or something? That's kind of giving that. I don't see the High Priestess here, but that's what this is just intuitively what I'm picking up. Somebody coming out of the broom closet. Maybe you're more open about like your divinations or like things that you see, your intuitive abilities, possibly. It doesn't even have to be that. It could be some research that you're doing that you're coming out with. Like I'm seeing some of the occultists I follow way back in the day, like dang, like maybe 7 years ago, coming back on the scene, coming out with knowledge. Okay, so it's given that. But this is interesting because it's like you could be coming out with something mystical, but your art is on the side or something. Or it's like maybe your art isn't... Maybe you don't want it that way forever, right? But that's what it is right now. I see someone like sitting back, but also pointing things out, also speaking up still. There it is. Now okay, this is really, really interesting. Someone here could even be like holding a meeting or like some secret underground meeting or something like that. This information that you're releasing, I don't know if it's occult related, esoterics, something maybe now I just saw like secret government something or whatever. I don't know, y'all. Okay, look, but y'all see these people, you know, talking. Y'all see Malcolm X in the background. Need I say anything else or anything more? Eight of Cups is leaving a situation, right? It's, you know, but you could be, I don't want to say cult, but like a group. Maybe it is a cult. Maybe you've gone on to, because even the Hermit is on a journey. If it's not underground, then it is something dark like a cult. Okay, did they hijack the reading with this? Okay, I'm gonna have to take this. Knight of Pentacles. I just saw Denzel Washington when he had that like meeting in it was called the Great Debaters, and he had that meeting in the barnyard. And this is a slow and steady energy here with the Knight of Pentacles, but it is progression. It is getting things done, okay? I don't know what exactly it is that you're trying to accomplish with these meetings. If it's not meetings with people, then it's like a meeting with yourself. You could be meeting like your spirit guides or your inner self here, especially with the Hermit card, and we have divination on the board as well, the Hangman. Okay, you could be meeting with your spirit team. You could be taking time away from people, and if it's again like making slow and steady progress to a goal or to understanding yourself better. I even just thought of someone like taking out their birth chart and learning about their birth chart, but maybe taking it one day at a time or a few days out the week, you know? They're hyping you up because they want you to keep going. And they want you to know that this is slow and steady progression, but with the Knight of Pentacles here, it's a for sure thing. And now, if we had got it any other night, that, you know, it would have been a whole other thing, but not with the Knight of Pentacles, y'all. Your steadiness and your consistency and your baby steps are adding up as we speak. And your spirit guides want to congratulate you for that, okay? They want to hype you up for that. Because this is something that a lot of people in your life probably don't see going on. So you probably don't get like the external validation, you know? But it's definitely worth celebrating, worth, you know, good job, a pat on the back, something, you know, a cookie. Okay? So, yeah. Six of Pentacles. You're giving nature, but you're balancing it out, okay? And your spirit team really appreciates that as well. They don't want you just giving, or people pleasing. And I just learned that people pleasing comes from having to regulate your parents' emotions as a young child, right? So you try to make sure you did things to, you know, make sure it wouldn't upset their mood and cause trauma in the household. So you could be, if it's not, you know, people pleasing that you're getting the hang of, right? Or just giving or whatever. The fact that you're holding back is whenever you have held back in whatever situation, they want to hype you up for this, okay? This is so interesting with this pile because I really get a sense that there's things going on here that a lot of people don't necessarily see, or it's not something that people would even come out and say that they're seeing you doing to even talk to you about. I'm just hearing balance, like the balance, and really it's about, you know, the lessons that you're learning for the betterment of yourself, right? Like, I'm also hearing upgrade, that you all are upgrading. With every baby step, you know, every time you're consistent, every time. Yeah, this victory is, it's just for you, guys. This victory is just for you. Okay, so again, you probably won't get the external validation. You probably won't get the congratulations, but know that whatever, energetically, there is a win here. There is a victory here. And it's staying to yourself and keeping your peace and doing you, or staying with, you know, just being with your community at this time. Sometimes we just need time with our communities. Okay, like there's nothing wrong with that as well. So if, like, say it's Pride Month, maybe you're just, you know, spending time with people who celebrate Pride. It's also Caribbean American Month. Like maybe you're taking time to spend more time in your ethnic groups. You can learn more of the folklore. You can learn more about the stories. You can learn more about the language, whatever it is, the music. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. because you deserve to know yourself and know what's going on with you, right? And definitely for the people who are just spending time with themselves, okay? They want to hype you up for this. I want to know, it's like I want to know like an outcome of this. Because someone is in it's like a deep focus I'm getting here. And like being aware of where you give your energy, like you're not giving your energy freely in this pile. You're keeping a lot of this energy to yourself. And it's the right thing to do, okay? Oh, do they not want to tell you guys? They don't want you guys to know the outcome? Oh, dang. No, they just want you to keep going. They don't want you to, they don't want to jinx it. Damn. Okay. We're not going to jinx it. Just keep putting one foot forward, learning lessons about yourself. Keep going, okay? You got this. Dang, pile 2. All right, I hope this gave you the life force rejuvenation and paradigm shift that you needed for your journey. I'm honored to be on this journey with you all. Peace. Peace, pile 3. I thought this was going to be like a hype me up session, but I feel like, sometimes the spirit teams hijack the reading because they have really important messages to give you guys. And then other times, like pile 2 is more like a keep going reading, like hyping them up to keep going in whatever steps they want to make. I have too many cards. Let's do this again. And it's kind of interesting. It's not what I thought it was going to be. So let's see. Oh, suspension, the hangman. Okay, you all might have looked at another reading I did as well. Ooh. I really like these cards. Okay, let's put them back in reverse. Interesting. Suspension. Okay. What is it that your spirit team wants to hype you up about? So maybe something's on hold right now, yeah? Ooh, on hold right now. What? That's crazy. 4 of Pentacles. That's wild. Okay, so something, I'm getting that something's on hold. Maybe your money's on hold. I just heard, why did I just hear hold up? Hey. Okay. Let me hype them up. This hold that you have is strong. Okay. You're strong, like this stubborn energy you have could actually be really sexy. You could be a genius here, okay? The man that invented the light bulb. It's so sad. I want to say Graham or something, but that's probably wrong. The black man that actually invented the light bulb, not Edison. Okay, this 8 of Cups again with this Malcolm X energy. Someone could be a leader here of a group or, a tribe. You could be a teacher. You could be a language teacher or, just something. Maybe you're just part of the knitting class and you get the knitting class together every Thursday. I don't know. But I see a strong... I'm seeing... I know these cards usually would not scream leader, but I'm getting that you're a leader here. Okay? And you're strong and you're stubborn and it's sometimes I'm like, oh, so stubborn. Oh. The different strokes for different folks, y'all. But there's like this, I just heard pride. Your pride. Okay. But it could have energy kind of like stuck, look. And another hangman card, divination. Okay, you could be into the arts as well. So you could be a diviner. You could be a tarot card reader. You could read the stars. You could meditate. You could go into trance state. You probably could get into a state where, like, you take your awareness outside your body and you can look at yourself, right? Okay. You've probably been in deep contemplation, and I just heard astral travel. Like, there's probably a lot of different practices that you practice, do. I would say faire. Do, same thing, Asè'Underground, faire, like same thing, right? Now this crossroads. So this also is a character of health here, an Orisha of health here. Okay. Then we have options here with the Seven of Cups. Interesting. That's really interesting. Okay. You're very patient here. All right. You're patient and you weigh your options. You weigh out. There's a spiritual maturity here. You could be older in this pile. You don't have to be middle-aged, right? You don't have to be a senior citizen, but you could have been around the block a couple of times. You know what I'm saying? And you know to, like, sit back, weigh your options, really see which crossroad you want to go down, okay? If you have the ability, if you like, to take time to really see where the trickster spirits are, where the benevolent spirits are, okay? What could be malicious for you and for your energy, right? And mess up your energy. But it's just a matter of choosing the right cup, the right way, okay? I just saw someone, like, texting and, like, having to choose the right text to say. That's crazy. I thought this was the victory card, but no. Okay, there could have been a loss here. A loss of energy, a loss of emotional support, perhaps, okay? You could feel more than burnt out, all right? And you could be running on empty for real here. Like your love, you know how they say, what is that? The love, you know how if you read that love language book or do the love language quiz, and people could be trying to show you that they love you, but it's not in the way that you perceive love, so then your cup ends up drained or empty, right? Whether people are trying to show you or not, that's what I'm getting, that you're like, it's like your love cup is empty, your emotional cup is empty. So whatever joy you might get from friends, from family, from relationships, from being intimate, and whatever, sense of the word, something isn't fulfilling here. You feel very, very drained, okay? This is the spirit guides coming in to kind of like take over the message. I got to tell you guys what energy I see on the board, okay? Right? And you're so like, oh my gosh, you guys, 3333 on the clock. Okay. One of your favorite numbers could be 3, doesn't have to be, but I just feel like I just heard that someone here is so stubborn that they'll keep going anyway. No, take a break, man. Take a break, rest. It's okay. It's okay. Fill your cup back up. What can you give on an empty, It's just like, Don't drive your car with just no tires, just the rim. Don't do that. So yeah, you have permission to rest, okay? If you needed that. I don't think you needed permission, but you have permission to rest in this pile. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, you may want to journal and think about all the things that you've overcome, all the people that you've already put in their place, and and this will help you move forward with the 6 of Swords here, okay? The 10 of Swords, for me, it's coming to a place where, okay, I could write about this now and make money off of my struggle. You can, okay, you understand? This is like people on TikTok talking about what happened with their relationship and they making money off of it. They on episode 36 making money off of their struggle. And I'm not saying that you need to do that. I don't even see any pinnacles here. But I'm saying you want to get to a point to where the struggle becomes a lesson, right? The energy that was messing with you, fucking you up, you catch it. And now you're telling it to talk. Like, tell me what's up. Tell me what your plans were. What were your hidden motives and why? Maybe this could even be self-sabotage, okay? Whatever this energy is for you. Self-sabotage, pushback from other people, liars maybe in your energy. I'm getting 7 of Swords, right? People who want bad for you, whatever it is, okay? Jealousy, greed, okay? You being able to hold on to it with your divination powers, with your powers to meditate and to see beyond this 3D and really look at that energy in the eye. You have the ability to do this. Wow, this is crazy. Like, y'all got some spiritual powers for real, especially in this pile. Dang. Yeah, you have the power to look this energy in the eye and really pull and research like what it is that actually happened in the situation and use it for your benefit so you can move forward with the 10 here, okay? You can move on to the next cycle. And it is painful. Those of us who really put in the work, we know when we sit in meditation and we really look at our sadness, we really look at our pain, we really go in our childhood and revisit some of those things that happened to us as children. And when we really look it in the eye, before even getting to the part where you look at it in the eye, it's painful, right? It's painful going back there and really feeling it. But when we look it in the eye, and we really hold the energy, we're able to overcome it. And so Spirit is reminding you in this pile that you have the power to do that. You have the spiritual power to make that happen. They want you to hype you up on this because I'm getting now here, going back to these cups being spilled, it's going to fill your cups back up. There's some information that's going to help you. Yeah, get your cups back filled. Give you energy again. I'm going to give you guys like a slight story. When I was pregnant with my first child, there's always that fear of what's going to happen to your body, right? And man, when I did my inner child healing when I was pregnant, that's when I realized that I need to pick up an instrument, something outside of my body. So, okay, if my body, doesn't look the same anymore, if things don't go back to the way they were, I have this instrument that I've been practicing since I was pregnant with my child. I have a sense of accomplishment, but this is something that I had a desire to do from my childhood. So you have to figure out what that is for you. And it's more than one thing. There's so many different treasures when we go into meditation. And you guys already know this. There's so many different treasures and things we find through different spiritual practices that are beyond this earthly plane. It's beyond money. It's beyond family. It can be beyond children sometimes. And it's not that these things don't matter. You see what I'm saying? But it's just something that maybe you never ever thought about, or a side of yourself you never tapped into. And then bam, your cup, your spirit is filled up. Once your spirit is filled up, that life force rejuvenation is filled back up. Who gonna stop you? You know what I'm saying? And yeah, this is really to, again, empower your spiritual powers and your ability to heal the situation and to fill your cup back up. Pile 3. Dang, let's get one last card. Wow, Tower card. I just saw World card. I just saw, dang. Can you imagine going from the Tower to the World? How many people can do that? 3 of Pentacles. Who's really on your side? Okay? in sales, and I'm not really in sales, y'all, but I remember a couple things from sales. Okay. You know, you had your good Apple list. Those people you can call and you know they'll pick up the phone. You know they'll hear your sales pitch. You don't feel nervous about letting them know what you have going on because you know that they'll support it. That's your Three of Pentacles, yeah. Okay? So write that list down. Who are those people that actually got your back, that you can actually, man, I'm going through a bad day today, XYZ, or hey, I'm selling this, can I just pitch it to you? Tell me what you think. People you can actually, talk business with, and they don't put down your plans. They at least support you emotionally, right? They don't have to buy the product, but they at least support. Okay, yeah, I think, yeah, you got a good idea there. You got, something there, blah, 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 blah. And just start seeing like who these people are. And sometimes we'll make mistakes, right? That's the cool thing about love, is that it will, I've embraced this about love already, that love will, fuck you up. There's no way around it. There's no point in protecting. This is just how I feel. No point really like protecting your heart, because like in the end, like even if you're with somebody and they treat you right for like 50 years, somebody's probably gonna die first. It could be like The Notebook, right? We die in the bed together. So cute. But but more than likely, when you mourn, when you grieve, it's the love that you're feeling for that person, and it comes with love, right? It comes with this human experience. And so better to just embrace it. So will this list not ever betray you? We can't say that, but start filtering, start learning, and that list will get tighter and stronger, and you can add and edit, and it really just depends on what cycle you're in. And I'm sure you all may even have the spiritual powers where you can look at the astrology to see who and where and what would actually fit in your list. Some of y'all out there, okay? But all right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this gave you the life force rejuvenation and paradigm shift that you needed for your journey. I'm honored to be on this journey with you all, and I'll see you all in the next one. If you really, I cuss so much, guys, but like if you really fucked with this reading, go ahead and give it a like so that I know this is something that y'all are, good with. And go ahead and subscribe. I want to do a giveaway when I get to 1,000 subscribers, but I have no idea what I'm doing, okay, or what I'm going to do, because I'm going to figure it out. But yeah, I definitely want to give back to y'all, and yeah, I'll keep updating you guys, okay? All right, peace, bye.